Hey, what's up, guys? It is your boy once again here, coming to chat to you guys about a new topic, and we're gonna talk about eating in the off season, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna be a pro at this by the end of the process. If you guys haven't heard, not competing in 2019. It's gonna be a full year, full off season year. Gonna be growing until I can't grow no more. Gonna be eating until I can't eat no more, and that's what I'll be doing this year. I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited about it, to be honest with you guys, but I am kind of anxious about competing again. It's a good and bad thing. I don't know. I'm feeling both sides of it right now. I do know that I need to make some progress, and I'm aware of the competition that's out there, and I know what I need to get done. So this is why I'm taking the time off, because I do need to add some size, and to be honest with you guys, it is a little bit hard for me to put on size. Some people think, they're just like, hey man, just put on 10 pounds and you'll be good. I'm like, yo, it's not. It sounds easy, but it really isn't. Yeah. So basically, that's what's going on right now with me. But you know, as you guys know, the food has been going up pretty consistently, you know, week to week. Besides last month when I was out of town in Montreal, and the holidays was going on. So besides that little hiccup, that little short period of time, everything's been pretty consistent. Weight is up to 197 right now. I'm very happy. It is the heaviest I've ever been. It took me a minute to get used to the weight. Like, for a while I was very immobile. My back was giving me issues, but I think I've kind of grown acclimated to the weight, and everything's good now. Still fairly lean, still got veins and stuff, which is good. I've been 195 before, but I was very fat. I remember walking like a block down the street to get to work, and I would be winded by the end of it. Like, it was absolutely the worst feeling. I know a lot of you guys have been there when you reach down to tie your shoe, and you gotta hold your breath to get down there. You tie a little bit first, and then you take a break. You breathe for a minute. You go back down there, and you finish it up. And that's basically where I was. I was not feeling good, but this time it's been a little bit better, and I'll encourage you guys that the first time you get to like a new weight, something that's very different from you, it's gonna be very difficult you're gonna be very uncomfortable. But from what I've noticed, each and every year I get up to a weight I was at the previous off season, it's easier for me to maintain. It feels better, I feel better, and that's how it's been the last 3 years with me, progressively getting bigger and bigger each year. So so try it out. So if you feel like shit this year, get back up to that weight next year, and you should be fine. But keep in mind, this is with me being consistent. This is not with me taking long periods of time off and getting fat, getting lazy, and different things like that. This is me being consistent, keeping my muscle mass, and eating on my plan as diligently as possible. So, but yeah, I'm 197 right now. Food is right now, I train in the mornings normally it's changing. I just changed it recently to get, you know, acclimated with school, but I normally train in the mornings. So I have one meal beforehand, very dense meal, 3 packets of grits or oatmeal, depending on how I feel. And yeah, I'm open to switching it up. So if I feel like doing oatmeal that day, I'll do it. Feel like doing grits another day, I'll do that. I guess if it fits your macros type of deal, but not how a lot of people view it. I guess it's the proper way of doing it, you know, replacing a clean food with another clean food. But that's basically what I do. That adds up to about 60 grams of carbs right there. And another thing with the oatmeal, if you're tired of plain oatmeal, you can go to TrueNutrition.com. They have tons of flavors to choose from. Maybe 1 or 2 grams of added sugar. There's also the kind you can get from Walmart. Walmart has the Weight Control brand, which is very, very low in sugar as well. And if you don't really care about sugar, they just get whatever. But yeah, so those are two options to mix it up even more. So that's what I'm doing. 60 grams of some type of hot cereal. Then I do 2 cups of cold cereal, so like the Lucky Charms I showed you guys a while back. Currently, I love the fruity Lucky Charms is totally my favorite. I mix that with Fruit Loops, not Fruit Loops, but Fruity Pebbles. That's 2 cups of cereal right there. So that's about 50 grams of carbs on top of the 60. It's 110. Then I have a bagel with a little bit of jam or fruit preserve. And again, I do whatever flavor bagel I feel like it. I don't do plain. I do blueberry, cranberry, cinnamon swirl, whatever it is, and whatever. I do take a little bit more leeway in the off season. It's really not that big of a difference in my opinion. So yeah, it should be. It's okay if you guys want to kind of switch things up. The biggest thing in the off season, before I go any further, the biggest thing within the off season is being happy with your food choices. Don't get too crazy. You want your food to taste good because you're gonna be eating a lot, right? But that's not to say to add in a shit ton of extra calories through sauces and different things like that. But so you want to find a happy medium of enjoying your food, but not adding too many, unnecessary calories to the mix. Because yeah, you're trying to eat more, you're trying to grow more, but too much at one time is just gonna make you fat. You need to do this slowly and incrementally. So, that's all the carbs I do. So that's 60 plus 50 plus about 50, 160 grams of carbs for my first meal. Protein is 1 scoop of isozole from MPA Supps, and the second protein source is just 1 cup of egg whites. I actually like that quite a bit. It makes it so much more easier. It makes it so much easier to eat. 2 cups of egg whites is a lot. You want to kind of reserve that type of thing for when you're in contest prep when the food is low. In the off season, you want food volume to be smaller. During contest prep, you want food volume to be bigger. So that's that. Then I go train. I have carbs in my training session, my intro workout. I do pretty much every powdered product from MPA Supps. I feel like if you want to go into detail, we'll probably do it in a separate video. But the carb source I do for that one right now, to be honest with you guys, I got a Gatorade powder because I need to order some more HBCD. Gatorade powder is acceptable. It affects your insulin a little bit differently. It's not the best option, but it's not a bad option. Most of the studies that they do on intra-workout carbs are done with Gatorade powder to begin with, so that lets you know they work. So if you're on a budget, Gatorade powder is good to go. It lasts a lot longer than anything you get from HBCD. It's a little bit cheaper as well. Vitargo is another option. I'm not a big fan of Vitargo at all. I bought it once, and the way it did not dissolve at all. It was very, very clumpy. Matt Porter, my coach, is a big fan of it, but and he loves it, but not me. I like HBCD powder. That's my favorite. Holly Branch Cyclic Dextrin, also known, I think the brand name is Cluster Dextrin. So I do that, and then post-workout I have 4 cups of cereal, 1 bagel, and 1 scoop of Isopoops. And Isopoops is from MPA. It's a protein cereal, if you guys aren't aware. And also 2 scoops of protein, which I use as the milk. If you don't want to do that, just use almond, some low-calorie milk, and then drink the protein separately. It's no big deal. It's just the way I do it, because drinking milk and then drinking protein, it's just a lot on my stomach, and I eat all day, and I'm not trying to feel stuffed and bloated, So that's kind of the deal with that. My next meal is pasta. Good amount of pasta right now. About a little over 100 grams of pasta, like 115 grams, and then 8 ounces of protein. And then the next 2 meals are 2 cups of rice, which equals out to be about 95 grams of carbs and 8 ounces of protein with both of those. Last meal right now is carbless, and it's beef 8 ounces with some type of veggie. And that's kind of what I'm eating right now. If you guys aren't aware, if you're having trouble eating, pasta is a very, very good option to kind of bring the food volume down, but still get more carbs per serving. Also, I've noticed chicken stock really helped me to digest the rice easier for some reason. Really don't know why, or someone just told me to try it. I tried it. It did its job for me. So check it out. See if you like it. It could work. Whatever works, guys. Whatever you need to get done to get this food down, do it. At a certain point, you may also need to add digestive enzymes. In my opinion, probiotics and digestive enzymes, I don't add them unless I need them. I'm a big fan of not using stuff you don't need. But if I don't have an issue with food, it's digesting fine, there's no need for me to add these supplements in and waste my money and, you know, throw off my system, because if my gut health is good, there's no reason for me to add extra, you know, products, you know, if you know, right? So I do have it on hand, and the only time I tend to take a digestive enzyme or probiotic is when I have a cheat meal. So because the food is like very high. So yeah, I have two of my Garden of Life raw pills with that before I eat that meal, and I'm usually good to go. But yeah, guys, if you're not bloated, you don't have gas, anything else, then there's no reason to add it, in my opinion. Let's see what else do you have in mind. Another thing is to help you to probably get your food down is pay attention to when you're drinking water. I don't drink water right before you eat. It seems pretty common sense, but a lot of people don't connect the two different things, right? So if you're having trouble with your food, save the water, you know, to after your meals, and before you start eating again, give yourself a little bit of time to get that water through your system, so you have a completely empty stomach. And water also dilutes my brain. Water also deletes the stomach acid, and you know, that helps you digest the food, so you don't need that as well. So these are a few tips. Probably have some more that I forgot. I'm trying to keep these videos around 10-ish minutes, 10-15 minutes. So if you got any more questions about my diet, about how to eat more, get big, get swole, gain size, let me know. And until next time, peace.